This prisoner did the same thing every day. He would deliberately approach the guards and carefully study the key on their belts. Back in his cell, he would meticulously draw the key's outline. He couldn't afford the slightest mistake. Even the tiniest detail had to be redrawn dozens of times. His goal was to perfectly replicate the shape of the key. This was just the first step. After the guards completed their rounds, he would light a match and closely examine the lock on the cell door. Then, he would take a piece of paper, press it gently against the lock, and rub his hand over it, revealing the outline of the outer part of the lock. To understand the inside of the lock, he had a simple trick. He rolled the paper into a thin tube, slowly inserted it into the lock, and used a small stick to carefully manipulate it. This allowed him to imprint the shape of the internal mechanism onto the paper. Finally, he compared the imprint with the key sketches. Although he had the key blueprint, escaping from prison required actually making the key, and obtaining the materials became the biggest challenge. The man quickly came up with a solution. He would carve the key out of wood. Obtaining metal in prison is difficult, but wood is quite common. When he shared his plan, his fellow inmates laughed at him, thinking that a wooden key would easily break. But the man insisted that as long as he followed the contours of the lock, it wouldn't break. Coincidentally, they